Hey, this is Eric from ICP with We and Twisted with Us. I just wanted to say that I love that 5 seasons in and you guys refuse to review a mainline ICP album. Yeah, just keep it up. You got a Juggalo podcast, but I think you do whatever you want, man. Review comics, review all the other artists on Psychopathic. Just keep avoiding ICP albums. I think that's fucking dope. Give everybody the Juggalo Blue Balls. Maybe season 65. I can't wait. Love you guys.
I don't care.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 2 of season 5 of the Juggalo Rewind podcast, your favorite Juggalo podcast. Usually that's where you say, of course it is.
Damn straight, yeah. I mean, I don't even say it anymore. It's
obvious.
Etched in stone.
And this is where we deep dive into Juggalo albums, one track at a time. And this season, one comic book at a time.
Very exciting.
Whether you're a longtime fan, a new fan, or not a fan at all.
That's right.
There's something here for you. Speaking of, I think we may have a new download. We have a new listener. An old fan.
Skeet Ulrich?
No. I don't think he even cares. Our buddy Tom, I hung out with yesterday.
Yeah, he's back?
Yeah, and he's like, what are you guys doing with the podcast? And I'm like, as a matter of fact. And he was like, that sounds interesting. And we were just talking about old stories and how many times we've talked about them. So
that's funny. Yeah, that's cool. This is right in his wheelhouse era, right?
That's exactly. If you are a fan, or if you used to be a fan, and you kind of phased out, this is just nostalgia personified.
Yeah.
So
this season is full of it.
That's what we are here for. But if you're new to us, welcome.
Yeah.
We want everyone to enjoy our nonsense, old fan or new fan. Check out our past seasons. If you have not, we've done Most Tasteless, Dark Lotus,
yes,
Wizard of the Hood, and Blaze, You Dead Homies, One Less G in the Hood. Yeah. Amongst others. So.
And if you're listening to this live and in color, the little snippet we played in the interview with Blaze straight out of Detroit, you're going to finally hear the full thing soon here. It's coming out on his collection of unreleased flavor.
That CD looks great.
Yeah, I didn't look at the track listing.
It's all original. If there's like 15 tracks, there's like 12 that are like original versions.
Yeah.
Which could be terrible.
Yeah.
There's a reason why they're not there, but like it's still very interesting.
Hey, the little bit we heard, we enjoyed.
Oh, it's
of the unreleased material.
It's going to be phenomenal. I'm ready for that. As we said, this is season 5, and we are talking the Pendulum comic and CDs.
You could finally say CD now. I don't have to yell at you and call it an album, because these are all CD singles.
Well, everything else we talked about was on the CD too.
Yeah, but technically we were discussing the album by said artist, Blaze You Dead Homie.
Yeah, it was a CD.
I know, but it was his album on CD was the format. The format of these
is a CD.
Yeah, there's no actual album. There's a there's a tome, but no album.
Thank you for
you knew what was coming before
that to our attention. Yeah, you've totally
go on. We got
thrown me off. It's okay. That's all out of the way. What has been going on with you, young man?
Football.
Do we not say our names anymore?
Football. Yeah, no. Did you say?
I don't think we do. I'm Peter. That's Chris.
Yes. Because people don't know. Season 5, like, who are these two assholes?
Yeah, that's fine. It's so dark in here that they can't see us.
I know. Spooky lights are not up yet, but if you're going to be watching on YouTube, they will be soon.
Neither is the stream.
No, I think I was going to try it without it because it gets a little staticky on the... You see the waves sometimes? Yeah. I was like, maybe that's distracting. And I could use that as the canvas to throw. And so I'd put stuff above your head like a newscast and then below sometimes,
All right, well, whatever you want to do. Whatever works.
Yeah, we'll see.
So what's going on? Football, you said?
A lot of it, yeah. From flag football all the way to college and NFL. It's consuming my life. And then the Juggalo world, of course, is right around the corner.
Oh, God. It's spooky season's in the air.
I kicked off spooky season. I went to Rob Zombie and Alice Cooper. Good way to transition into spooky season. And then Danzig. So that's a nice 1-2 punch of spooky music. And Danzig tried fighting multiple people who were recording him. And the audience was so good.
Was that just not allowed? Or
they didn't say anything. He just hated it. Tried kicking a guy's camera out of his hand at first, and then went over to the security guard and started screaming at him to grab the camera from the guy, which I don't think he did. He yelled at his bass player for being in the wrong spot. He just was an ornery old man.
Angry old man. Well,
but he sounded pretty good.
That's all that matters.
There was a satanic doo-wop group that opened that was cool, but I feel like I need to go to church and cleanse my soul after seeing them.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. That's interesting.
Yeah. How about you? Anything fun?
Spent the weekend in Boston for the Silver Scream convention. Hung out with, worked with Skeet Ulrich of Scream fame and Riverdale and Jericho.
So Scream, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've heard of those shows. I've never watched them.
But yeah, no, that was super cool. Hung out with all of our people from Astronomicon, all the usual suspects.
Yes.
Brewers and Steves and George and Mike's.
How about
Brewer still hates me.
New listener, right? Nick of the crew.
Oh yeah,
a listener now. He'll get to this in 16 months, but
yeah, no, he won't get to this in a while. But Nick from outside of Chicago said he listens, so I haven't caught up.
One at a time, keep growing them.
That's all we need. If you see those season ones ticking,
it is funny when you see there's much random songs pop up each month there.
So yeah, that was a well-needed weekend away.
Yeah.
And, it was cool. I don't know, a million different stories, just cool people. It's just like Astro, but it's East Coast. And
better venue than...
Oh, that's a good question.
Than the Burton Manor here in Michigan?
Probably. It's more like it's more like the Ann Arbor one.
Yeah, that was a nice building.
It was in the hotel, and there's 2 rooms. One had like all the vendors and all the some people.
Yeah.
And then there was a main room that had like the 3 or 4 high-end celebrities.
The photo op for Ice Nine Kill looked cool, where they had like the set and like they had all the axes and shit with them.
Is that where they had all the they were all in their tuxedos?
Yeah. I was like, that. I don't know anything about them. I was like, that's a cool looking photo op.
In costume, yeah. Candyman had his in costume.
Oh yeah.
Which they didn't bring. So
ain't missing the hook hand and stuff.
The jacket.
A little important.
So they had to get that. But yeah, they had I don't know. I'm not saying it's better than Astro, but they had like the line control was way better. They have panel after panel after panel, which was cool, which I didn't see any of. But no, it was a good time. So if you're in I did see some listeners.
Oh, nice.
Saw, Mike. I don't know. You don't know Mike. He is Michelle's brother-in-law.
Okay.
You may know him if you saw him.
Seen the face, probably.
I saw Vern and his girlfriend. They've come out here a couple times. You may have seen them, but not known them.
Okay.
They were in line for Skeet Ulrich, and they got Dick Warlock and all the people that you wanted to say.
All the old Halloween folks.
So, yeah, there were some juggalos in attendance.
Nice.
So.
It's always good.
It's always good to get the
warm
juggalo
blanket. I seen a listener on the streets the other day. Shout out to Fear the Beard Man. Spotted me
in the streets.
Yeah,
they know your names in the streets.
On the east side, the west side. Me and good friend Boy Kelly.
Ridiculous.
He's been on only one episode, right?
Kelly?
Yeah, we got to get him back on.
1, maybe 2.
Yeah,
probably just 1.
He's such a reoccurring character. You need to bring him back.
Well, maybe we don't do reoccurring characters. Maybe we just do ones and dones.
I'm just saying we bring him up all the time on here. Bring him back.
He's part of the Fatter Whack Pack.
He is, 100%.
Anyways, I think that's about all that we've got going on in our... Oh, I got this too. My Michael Myers bracelet.
Who made that?
So there was a girl. You can see that on there. There was a girl who was like first in line every day. Mm-hmm. And we were talking to her. Her name was Felicity.
Okay.
She had a poster tube and it said Felicity on it. And she's like, I'm going to get this autograph. And I'm like, oh, Skeet Ulrich was on the show Felicity? I didn't know that it was her name. And I'm like, oh, that's easy. But she like got in super costume every day. Yeah. She was cool. And we just befriended her. And
she had bracelets?
Yeah, she had like a severed head that had like friendship bracelets in it.
It's like a horror version of the Taylor Swift bracelet giveaway. You know, we go to Taylor shows now. Everyone passes around their bracelets they make, so they do horror themed ones. That's good.
She had someone, I saw she had a Freddy one. She had a couple different ones, but I'm like, do you have anything Michael Myers?
Yeah.
And she did, or Halloween, and I'm like, sweet.
Asked for a Loomis.
That would have been funny. I didn't even think about that.
Times of them.
I told her, I'm like, the shit that I have on my wrist, like I wear these until they fall off.
Yeah.
Like I've had this I've literally not taken this one off for 3 years. So we'll see how long that one lasts.
I had one for Lloyd that niece made a couple times, and yeah, wore it till it fell apart, so we got to get that updated again.
I had a Pizza Will one, but it was wearing off, and I'm like,
I remember those. Now you said it, yeah.
I still have one or two.
I missed my old Dime shirt that was a cartoon Dime.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I have that one. Denver Chris may still have one.
I lost mine at the old dealership I used to wear. I was wearing it to work all the time there, and just like left it one day.
He had some cool ass shirts.
Yeah.
Did you get the
box?
Yeah.
No, I didn't like that shirt enough to like just. I wanted the poster and like the rocks glass, but I'm like, yeah.
I like the color and the thing, but I don't like the period.
Yeah. If it just said Paradigm, yeah. Yeah. But the poster's great. It's like Tony Soprano watering his grass.
So good. We have to still look into that. All right. Well, that's shit that we got going on. Again, we are here on episode 2 for I Don't Care.
Right.
And
number 2, Nightwalkers.
Which we will talk about in a little bit.
No, I was just pulling it up to check the date. Same date.
I know it is.
Oh, you updated it? I fixed them all?
Well, oh, goddamn it. You should have it in the little, the little triangle stand.
That's true, yeah. I don't have one of those.
I have one at my mom's house.
Let Jimmy hold it.
Good job.
It's going to fall.
First, we should probably talk about the song, correct?
Yes.
Do we have any bits? Oh, no. We do the bits first, and then we get into the song. So, I don't think we need to go into our YouTube history. We can save that. Right?
Yeah.
So we'll our next episode may be a little short. So
yeah,
we'll save that for next week. But we want to talk about what is going on when the CD comes out. When comic comes out. This comic. I Don't Care, and Nightwalkers, Pendulum, episode 2, issue number 2, is on the stands in April of 2000.
Got delayed a little bit, huh?
Yeah, they were going every other month, but this one took a little jog.
Yeah.
That's okay. Maybe that they took that extra time to actually press the CD.
Yeah, it's true.
And to put the extra little flap on the top. We don't. Oh, I should have brought mine.
Sealed boy.
Yeah, we'll have a picture of that on the whatchamacallit, on the Hoojamajig.
the Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah.
Twitter doesn't usually get the photos, so if you're on Twitter, hit the Instagram, hit the Facebook, and get that shit.
That's the important things right there. So yeah, what's going on in April of the year 2000?
It's a good year.
I really. You're gonna do that every time. I really wanted to try to pull that in the year 2000. You remember that bit from Conan?
I don't know.
He had some kind of weird suit and they had a song.
Oh yeah.
But
couldn't find that.
Well, last episode wasn't in the year 2000, so I thought it didn't fit.
That's right.
I don't know. That's too late. It's gone.
Well, you could do it. We got plenty of time. We got 12 weeks to work with here.
Nah. It's all over. All right. April of the year 2000. Top movies in the movie theater. Rules of Engagement was number 1 for 2 weeks.
Never seen that.
Yeah, neither have I. And the other 2 weeks was U571.
Never even heard of that.
That's
about an SS boat or something?
Yeah, it's about a submarine, I think.
Okay. World War II?
I've never seen it, so I don't know.
I'm interested.
Top singles of the month. The entire month. Maria Maria by Santana.
Santana holding it down. He was last month with Smooth. Santana killing it in the year 2000.
The year of Santana.
He did get big for a minute there. Because he was like a 70s, 80s artist, right? And then came back with a vengeance here.
Yeah, that CD was...
it's probably biggest one.
It has to be, right? I mean, yeah, he was big before, but that was
that was
astronomical.
Pop board, crossover.
All right.
He had that one guy on it,
Rob Thomas.
Yeah, thank God you knew it.
Of course I know it. It's from Matchbox 20. It's a dreamboat. Top album, all 4 weeks of the month. No Strings Attached by NSYNC.
Yeah. Rivals of ICP when it came to TRL, trying to knock them boys off the pedestal. I made my calls, did you?
I can't. All right. As we talk about very often, wrestling.
Yeah.
What was going on in the world of wrestling? So April of 2000, we had WrestleMania 2000, also called WrestleMania 16.
No, never called WrestleMania 16.
Do you call 18 or X8?
I call it 18, but it's...
Some people call it X8. It's so dumb.
Because it's technically saying it's 18, it's just spelled, in an oddball way.
Yeah.
But this is just called WrestleMania 2000.
All right, WrestleMania 2000.
Just like it's WrestleMania Horseshoe and WrestleMania Star now.
I hate that shit. What did they do this year?
It was Hollywood, right? So, yeah, it had just like they did in 2000 and
for 21
or whatever it was.
WrestleMania Hollywood, night 1, night 2. I was there, and I don't even know what the logo looked like. If you remember, WrestleMania 2000 had the triangle ladder match. Yeah. That was a big deal, and
a McMahon in every corner.
Well, that wasn't that match.
No, but that was at that show.
Yeah. That match was terrible.
Yeah.
Was that the worst WrestleMania main event ever?
Oh. Was it Miz Cena bad?
I don't know if it was bad, but it wasn't good.
Yeah. I mean, it's up there. Foley tries to do that elbow drop and just bites it on the table in that one.
It's got to be like top 3 worst.
Yeah.
Main events, I would say, unfortunately.
Funny storyline that was real bad, though. The McMahon in every corner.
And then also in that month, you had a WWF superstar defeating a WCW superstar for the ECW title.
That's a historic moment.
When Taz beat Mike Awesome for the ECW title.
That was like a favor to get the belt off Mike Awesome, right? He was going to WCW.
Because he already went, I think.
Oh, he's already there and he's champ.
Yeah, did he already show up and he just didn't show the title?
If you had to make like a quick move like that, I don't know.
Yeah, I think he was already on TV.
Yeah, already about to powerbomb Shaggy off the bus soon.
Very soon. He was about to be the fat chick thriller
real good.
Soon enough. You also, I remember this because it's my mom's birthday, on 4/10, WCW had their Clean Slate Nitro. Do you remember this?
I don't think I tuned in at all during that run. God. Yeah, that's why I'm rewatching it now.
Oh yeah, how far are you from?
I'm in 99, summer of 99, yeah.
Great episode where they literally brought everyone in the ring and just wiped everything clean.
Yeah.
Titles gone, knew everything, and it was
starts with a 0-0 record.
they had that was the beginning of like the young versus the old.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so fucking funny. It was just all shoot promos, like Shane Douglas shitting on Ric Flair. I think Billy Kidman shitting on Hogan. God, there was another one or two. It was so good.
Yeah,
it was so good yet so bad.
Turn it on once in a while during a commercial break, but I was like, fully checked out on WCW at that point. Which, I don't know why I would have been. Like, why wouldn't I watch both?
I don't know. And then, that was a good one. So can't wait till you catch up on that. And then also in that month, David Arquette wins the WCW title.
Friend of the product of 20 by 20.
Yes. Hopefully we see him in the near future.
Do a re-up one day here.
Good brother. New color?
Something different.
Also in local sports, wrestling was the real sports, but in other sports, the Pistons were swept by the Miami Heat in the playoffs. Very unfortunate. A
few years before they get good, right?
Yeah, this was pre...
Yeah, anyone really, right?
No, this may be still Grant Hill.
Yeah, I was going to say none of the core...
oh, no, God, no.
Guys are there yet because Ben Wallace didn't show up.
Yeah, they weren't until 01. They may be the season after this. Yeah. And also, Michigan State wins the NCAA tournament.
That's the only one he won, right, so far?
Yes.
Yeah.
They've been to a couple Final Fours, but they won that one. That was Mateen, Morris Peterson, Mo Ager, maybe.
That's a solid-ass team.
Yeah, they had a lot of people on. Charlie Brown. Jason Richardson was on that team. So, I was at school. I was at Michigan State during this run.
You weren't cheering for him, though?
No, I didn't even watch this game. I was watching wrestling. Because it was the night that's always WrestleManias in between. Yeah. So it was the Raw after WrestleMania.
Yeah, I was probably watching that. Yeah.
Yeah, God. Why wouldn't you be? What else was happening in the news?
Yeah.
In, what was it? April of 2000?
Right.
Oh, Jesus. Russian President-elect Vladimir Putin admits that Moscow has discussed peace plans with Chechen president.
Oh, man. Old Putin already popping up in 2000. Who would have thought?
So he's trying to make peace out there.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm sure he was doing.
This is also the month where Metallica filed a lawsuit against Napster.
Oh, everyone remembers that. Talk about it. If you're from this era,
Jesus. If you kids don't remember Napster, it is where you downloaded songs illegally on the internet. And Metallica had a giant bug up their ass about it.
Yeah, big time.
I always tell this story, and it pops me. Do you remember the guy who created Napster? He was giving away an award on the MTV Music Awards or whatever, and so he came up and he was wearing a Metallica shirt, and Metallica's in the crowd, and he goes, "Don't worry, guys, I borrowed this from a friend." And I'm like, "That was awesome. So fucking funny." They were so fucking mad.
Good times.
And then also in that month, I did a little research on this, and I think I nailed it to this month. Vermont moved to be the first state to recognize same-sex union.
That's crazy.
Which, yeah, in 2000, I would thought that was way ahead of its time.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the 2000s it started to pop up a bit, but yeah, more like later 2000s.
Yeah, and just Vermont is a random-ass state to be doing it.
It's a very progressive state. That makes sense.
Well, I just thought it was interesting. Oh, and then that's what's happening in the real world. So now you get to dive into what's happening in the
Dark Carnival realm.
Oh man, there's some funny stuff. Oh, I'm gonna have to jump in on some of this. So
yeah,
we'll try to keep this short-ish. But.
So I did a little legwork to find what was happening in the Jug world from this issue up until the next one here. So JCW Live is on tour through April and May,
which coincides with this episode perfectly.
Yeah,
because. We can wait.
And a clear,
or do we talk about it now?
And a clear reasoning that they didn't get any of these songs done that they were supposed to do for these albums.
That's also on tour. Highly possible. So much shit happened on that tour. So they canceled the first 3 or 4 dates.
Yeah.
Good fucking start, right? Shaggy got hurt.
Yeah.
That's where he fell off the cage and broke his face and neck and shit. And we'll talk about it later because the video for this is directly from that tour.
Yeah. And then also on the hotline, they announced the 5 albums that will make the Necronomicon, which was Bizarre, which up until this point is called spelled out He Is Coming.
Spelled Tucky's Coming.
Tuck is Coming. Tongues and Freak Show, and then Dark Lotus. Right, those are the.
I think so. Yeah. I think that is accurate.
On 4/18, the Heavy Metal 2000 soundtrack came out with the single Dirtball on it. I never seen Heavy Metal 2000. I remember that being on the soundtrack though. Did you ever collect that stuff? Chase down the soundtracks that ICP would be on?
Yeah, I don't know if I had that one, but I mean, I was familiar with that. Did that come out before or after it was in the AP?
That's a good question.
It has to be after, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I would assume so.
Usually, that's how that goes when it comes to soundtracks.
I thought you were going to say when it comes to them saying something's exclusive.
Oh, yeah. This is a good one, though. In April of 2000 here, the first Gathering tickets go on sale. How much do you think a ticket for the Gathering 2000?
Well, I mean, nowadays you're spending $200 plus parking, plus camping, plus, whatever.
Got to get electricity at your site. For the 2000, the very first Gathering was $60. 2 days.
$60. And
crazy.
people probably fucking bitched about it.
I was going through Real Juggalos pulling this stuff, and they were trying to explain why it's worth the $60 because people were pissed about it.
Because it's 2 days, and it was 12 hours each.
Right. It's funny looking back though at that.
People, whatever. I just and that's not just Juggalos; it's everyone. No one can be happy.
Right.
Shut the fuck up.
Anyways, this one a little bit ahead of time. Bleeding into maybe the next issue, but next issue's every other month, right? So on 5/10 next,
it's bleeding into you fucking up my timeline. So keep going.
5/10 JCW Volume 1 was released.
Also, which makes sense because that's the video for this. That's where that's on. Which I didn't think it was, but
yeah, it was. And then little thing. May of 2000, Isham leaves Dark Lotus.
Was May of 2000 when Isham joined Dark Lotus?
Pretty much. So, as we get to this song we're going to cover, Dark Lotus recording session, Isham was not involved. He was already in and out by the time they got in the studio.
That's a whole nother argument, but we'll save that for the next 5 minutes.
Yeah. That's the Juggalo world, as I Don't Care and Nightwalkers was released to the public.
The public. All right. So let's go right to I Don't Care.
Yeah.
The old tale of the tape. Did I get a little gimmick
jingle for that?
Yeah, I don't think I did.
know.
I don't know. There's so many jingles I can't keep track of. I Don't Care. Time on this track. Oh, we didn't put a producer. We assume it's Mike Clark.
Yeah, I don't think it's listed anywhere, but this is the era where Mike Clark's just producing all their shit, so I can't imagine who else it would have been.
Time on this track is 3 minutes and 50 seconds.
Not too much, not too light, just a middle of the road Juggalo length, I'd say.
Kind of drags a little bit, but that's okay.
I didn't say it worked at 350. I just said for the length of their tracks. Yeah.
I didn't say I liked it. I just said it was there. I Don't Care is number 2 in the order of the pendulums. It's also number 2 on the
tome,
on the collection.
Actually, I don't think that's called the tome. I think the tome is the book.
The book.
The CD is just the pendulum.
The pendulum album.
Yeah, but I had to get in there.
I know you did. That's why I was trying to talk while you were doing it. So we established that this is an April-ish of 2000-ish. Right. This song can also be found
day one-ish
on a ton of other shit. We find it on Cryptic Collection Volume 2, which came out in October of 2001. So a little bit of time there. Also was on the Featuring Freshness double album that came out in 2011.
That is way out of my realm of knowing.
Yeah, me too. That was just a double album, and I put it there like one is family and one is features.
Yeah, maybe? One is like all
like outside people, and then one is all psychopathic.
Yeah,
this is on the family one.
Yeah.
Whoop
whoop whoop.
I also learned today that this is on the Juggalo Show box set
as like a single in there.
It was played on the Juggalo Show.
Okay.
So it's its own track.
I've been meaning to really listen to those. There's probably some stuff that's connected to a lot of this realm.
Probably pretty funny.
Yeah, this week maybe I should go through those and make notes.
And then, oh man, sleepy boy. And then, obviously, well, we've talked about it that there's a music video that came out for this in May of 2000.
Right. It's on the JCW Volume 1.
Which is... do we want to talk about that now, or do we want to wait?
I don't know. What do you want to talk about it?
It's a music video for I Don't Care.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What the video actually is. Yeah, that's right.
We already alluded to it. It's in my notes, so I'll get my notes up here.
There you go.
It was filmed during the JCW tour.
Right.
So it's clips from wrestling throughout that tour.
Yeah.
Which proves that they taped every fucking one of those shows. Yeah. They have backstage promos, they have interviews, they have the whole fucking kit and caboodle. And they're sitting on it and did the stupid fucking video. I'm hot about this.
We talked about this, was it a week or two ago? We were talking about Hallowicked 99. Yeah, it was supposed to come out, like they recorded it, I imagine.
Yeah.
If they're talking about it 2 months later, that
you would
they're
hope
putting it out.
Jesus Christ. But this, they never even said like they were going to put this out, but it's there.
Right.
But they made a video that is not that good of quality.
Yeah.
That there was like 2 points of it that actually matched up to the lyrics.
Yeah.
There's one part where like they have the ring girls. Mm-hmm. That matches up a little bit, not really. Subject matter, not like tone.
Yeah.
And then I think when Shaggy comes off the cage,
right,
that's like that lull in Jay's verse. Mm-hmm. So that kind of like fits.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's just a fucking hodgepodge of bullshit.
Yeah, just everything tossed together, and they, for some reason, slapped this song over it.
So
I wonder why. Why did they pick the song?
I have no idea.
Maybe because they mentioned Nitro, or not Nitro, Raw.
I mean, that's a flimsy premise, but
it's wrestling.
Some names that if you aren't familiar with, that I caught, you have King Kong Bundy.
Yeah.
I saw him. He was squashing Tom Dubb in one of those.
Tom Dubb.
Honky Tonk Man makes a couple appearances.
Yeah.
That's probably the funniest fucking part, where they show him smashing Evil Dead with the guitar, and then they have Tom Dubb doing the whole fucking dance, and then he hits him with the guitar. That was fucking awesome. Evil Dead, Big Flame.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace. See him a couple times. Cash Flow doing a fucking springboard fucking 450.
Yes.
I'm like, oh my God. He's on that new show on...
Yeah, that's what someone said.
Rex texted me and he's like, he looks like $1 million. And I'm like, are you serious or not?
I thought I seen him somewhere else. He was on like NXT or something.
No. Anyways. Who else do I have here? A lot of Chris Hero and Isaiah.
Yeah.
Because they wrestled every night. Pondo, Abdullah the Butcher has a real cool one where it's hanging Rude Boy from the cage. Again.
Looks like old school, like Memphis wrestling or something.
Why isn't that
right? Especially looking back now on all those like legends that they have that weird footage that.
I wrote Chuck Hogan, but I clearly meant Death Dealer Tommy Starr.
Chuck Hogan.
George Animal Steel.
They had him. That's crazy. I forgot George Steel being there.
I don't think all of them like toured.
Yeah, but just like, made an appearance or something. That's crazy. Yeah.
So you see a lot of people in there.
Yeah, they had a cool run of JCW there for a minute.
That tour, I went to the one in Grand Rapids, and it was real cool.
Yeah.
Show us the fucking videos.
Release the tapes.
I don't know. I was going to do my Jesse Ventura. I was like, I'm a Navy SEAL. Let me in.
You're not going to let a former governor or Navy SEAL in to see the wreckage of 9/11? No, we're not going to let anyone in. It's fucking locked away. You're a former governor. What the hell does that mean?
Yeah, it means nothing to us.
You're telling me I have to turn around? Yeah. You got no clearance. You're a civilian right now.
Well, he wants to see.
Ah, that show is good.
Everything he does is funny.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Obviously, maybe not obviously, but this track is ICP and Twisted together.
Yes.
Now, this is in my notes because this is what you're going to argue. Mm-hmm. Is this Dark Lotus?
Yes, I think they mention it as a Dark Lotus track in that time frame.
Okay.
I think I went through my notes.
Oh, it would be in Cryptic too, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think they mention it in there.
Are there notes in that?
Yeah.
Do you have that?
Yeah. Let me take a walk.
Take a walk. Is there anything I can talk about?
Oh. Hi.
Chris is walking so we can see what is in the Cryptic Collection 2 booklet. Which one do you have? The Madrox or Monoxide version?
Monoxide. I was a Monoxide mark at that time.
I think I have I was going to say I probably have 2.
What a piece of shit cover.
I have the Madrox one autographed, I think.
So bad. Oh. Leatherface takes a bump. I don't care. Right there, Dark Lotus. It says, the words Dark Lotus alone should tell you this track is rare. Recorded in July of 2000 by the supergroup comprised of Twisted and ICP.
Hold on. What is it? What? Repeat that.
Recorded in July of 2000.
What? That's not accurate, right?
No, not at all.
I want to make sure.
By the supergroup comprised of Twisted and ICP, aka Dark Lotus, previously available only in the Pendulum 2, as we run down 60 different things that could be found on.
Well, that was 10 years later.
Which is now out of print and long gone, as they're mailing them with every fucking order on Hatchet Gear.
That's also true.
God, good call on pulling that out.
Fuck. Okay. Well.
But from the crow's mouth itself, it says it's a Dark Lotus track.
From the crow's beak. All right, well, if you say so, then.
It says so right there in a psychopathic release by 2 members of Dark Lotus. They time traveled a few months later, recorded it.
Just because everything else in that paragraph was wrong, you're going to nitpick the one that you think is right because it fits your narrative.
No, it's exactly. I'm going by what they call. I'm here to document what they made as Dark Lotus. Release the Esham version of this track is what I say.
Control your narrative. All right. Are you ready to dive into the lyrics? Got my booklet. You have your Genius.
Yes.
Dun-dun. Dun-dun. This has got a nice little heavy beat here.
That's the thing is, at that time I was like so against like the rocked out tracks, and I was like, Like I was more like, oh, it's hip hop, like rap. They need.
See, I'm the exact opposite.
Yeah.
At the time, I loved Malenko and Jekyll Brothers because I wanted more rock.
Right.
I love the rock.
Who doesn't love the rock?
God,
I did it for the rock.
I did it for the people. Oh, fuck. But yeah, no, I welcome the rock sound. I did not want the hip hop sound.
This one does go kind of hard though. Like,
there are some points in it where it does have a very Dark Lotus feel and sound.
100%. They got made up language at some point.
But some of it doesn't at all.
Well, that's why it was left on the cutting room floor.
Well, we'll wait. We'll talk about that later. The gimmick of this song, let's just start from the beginning, that I don't care. And it flips all the way through, so I noted that as we go along. Basically talking about things that they don't care about. Like, oh, this is something in the world. I don't care. Yeah. This is something that happens. I don't care.
Very Juggalo of the time. Like, this is our world. Get the fuck out.
But it doesn't, like, stick to it. I feel like they don't stick to the theme. They switch the theme as it goes along.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that as we go along. Do we have to say who's saying each one? I don't know.
It's hard because it bounces all over the place. Like, if something pops us for who it is, we could say that, but
it's also funny that some it's like 2 lines, some it's 1 line. There's no like continuity at all.
As we discussed in the Tales from Lotus Pod season, that was one of the things we liked about that album, is how people jumped around, people did different parts and split up verses or split up just lines. Yeah, so I think it's fun for that.
It is fun, that's for sure.
And I think we discussed that these early recordings, these early Lotus recordings, they really like wanted to do that and maybe tried too hard, then realized like back off a little bit on.
But they were trying too hard to like do something different.
And everyone like pulls different parts and jump. Like there is not one like straight verse of, like
no,
outside of Shaggy at one point, kinda.
But yeah, it's interesting because it's different. Because like we've talked about in every other album, to just have the same like cookie cutter thing is tough. But
if you did a whole album like this, that's maybe why they switched gears.
No, I get that.
Because like this, Black Magic was like that too.
Magic.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, Echo Side, another early one that has the same.
Just the 4 of them.
Yeah, jumping around all over the place.
Does it? Yeah, maybe it does.
Maybe not as heavy, but
we didn't talk about that Echo Side, did we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did, but we didn't have like its own episode.
No, it was just.
Probably should have had a bonus, boy.
Well, because it's part of an actual album that I'm sure we touched one day.
Oh, yeah, it's on Jekyll Brothers, isn't it? On season 82, we'll finally get into that.
We'll get to a Joker card one day, don't you guys worry.
Yeah, but we're not going to get to the worst one.
What?
Jekyll Brothers.
I thought you thought Malenko was. You always shit on that one.
Of the first 7... I may go Jekyll.
I think that's my bottom of the list.
Sorry, Kevin.
Unless we're talking Hell's Pit separately, but that's a whole different story.
That's a tough one.
Get into I don't care before we start ranking Joker cards here.
That'll be a we need to do like a bonus, just a random boy about random shit like that. People say I talk too much.
Yeah,
I could be accused of that. And this is where these first 4, they say something that happens and then that they don't care.
Yeah, so they repeat it back to them. Then.
Yeah, which is, I guess, interesting if it stuck. But yeah, that would get lazy or not lazy, but repetitive. People say I talk too much. I don't care I talk too much.
Yeah.
Mama said I failed in life. I don't care I failed in life. Daddy says I drink too much. I don't care I drink too much. Does Monoxide have a drinking problem? I don't think so.
Good call knowing it was Monoxide.
No, it says it right there.
Yeah, I just...
Monoxide child. People say I'm headed nowhere, and I don't fucking care.
And then it goes off the rails here, right?
Yeah.
On that following that. But maybe that's just a little intro.
It is.
Yeah.
But now it doesn't even go in order like... Now it's not even Madrox. It's just J, Shaggy, J, Monoxide, Shaggy, J, like just random. I wonder if they knew what order they were going to do shit in, or if like... Okay. This is how I would do it if I was the producer, but I'm not the producer. You have this all written. Everyone go in the studio and do every single line. And then we plug in which is best.
I think so, because it feels that way. It feels like it's spliced together.
They didn't just like, oh, I know that Jay is going to say this.
They're all huddled around a mic and they're all like singing into it.
We are the world. This part is always weird. Like, I don't know if these are real names. It sounds like, and it's annotated. Jimmy Johnson's going to die.
Jimmy, I mean, I don't think they're singing about it. Jimmy Johnson, famous NASCAR driver, 7-time, well, I was going to say Winston Cup, but whatever.
How do you know how many times he's won?
I looked him up because I knew Jimmy Johnson was a NASCAR guy, and I looked up. He's tied with Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt for the most wins.
Hey, what about Jimmy Johnson, the football coach?
That makes more sense in this time frame.
Also, this is real quick. I watched this fucking guy on TikTok that plays NASCAR online, and he fucks with everyone, and it's so fucking funny. Because it's all like hillbilly assholes who are playing this. And
allegedly. Go on.
His name, his username is always like, Earnhardt died, LOL, or like Trump didn't win. It's all just like
Trump didn't win.
It's all funny shit. But like, it'll be the first lap, and he'll push the guy into the pit, and he'll be like, "Why did you pit on the first lap? That's crazy!" And just everyone
that is funny,
losing their mind. Where he like is driving backwards on the track, and he's like, "Oh, my kid just pulled my thing out. Like, oh, I can't see the TV. I don't know what's going on. Oh, the cat ate the wire." Like, so funny. Or he cuts across and just T-bones people. I think it's so fucking. Now he's doing other games and other sports.
The NASCAR video games were fun, though. Those were a good time.
Well, maybe you should get on there.
Should. I wonder if Switch has a NASCAR game.
I have no idea.
My son's got a Cars racing game on there from the movie Cars.
If it's not RC Pro-Am or fucking one of those, Red Racer, I don't know what you're talking about.
Looking up Jimmy Johnson, he signed with Jeff Gordon's team in 2000, 2003, so it's Jimmy Johnson, the football player they're murdering on this track.
All right.
Not football player, football coach. He's annoying as piss on those shows nowadays.
And that's also a very common name.
Well, as we get to Sarah Susie, sounds like something out of like an old kid's book.
Yeah, it's written Sarah Susie. Yeah. I always thought it was one name, like a last name.
Yeah. Well, you thought the whole Sarah Susie is one full name? No, I always thought it was Sarah Susie.
Oh, I always thought like Tony Saragusa.
Tony Saragusa.
That's what I just thought it was like a one name.
No, I took it as and they both of them just made me think of like their songs of like, you know, killing people in school, like Willy Bubba. Like it just seems like names they just threw out of like childhood names is what it felt like.
Everybody's dying slow. I don't give a fuck though. I mean, that's deep. Everyone's
that's deep.
Everyone is dying slow. And now each other one, the two are tied together, kind of, just like they were before, but now it's different people. I'm only short like $50. I couldn't give 50 fucks.
Yeah, maybe that's where they got the idea to go, oh shit, we got to put a single out next month too. Let's fucking throw $50 on there. Go.
That sounds like a good track. I could really use some help.
You can go fuck yourself. That one always popped me.
That's good. And then it goes into Jamie Madrox as a little part.
Yeah, singing
just by himself.
And does it get a little heavier? The drums kick in?
It does get a little heavier. Everybody's going to die. Terror falling from the sky. Mothers with their children cry. And I could give a fuck why.
Yeah, this feels like Lotus for sure. That little stretch of darkness coming out of Mr. Madrox.
They say you'll never walk again. Well, go plug the Sega in.
And you thought that's what he's always said?
I don't know if I've ever given thought to it, but I don't know what else.
I think I never knew what he does. Like, go unplug that. And he sounds all weird, kind of. And then I was like, well, maybe he's talking about Segway because he can't walk. But I looked up Segways and they came out years later.
Yeah, not in 2000.
But I'm like, well, maybe there was was Segway used to describe. I'm thinking like Jay on one of them little motorized carts.
That's way after, yeah.
Like Seinfeld, where George jumps on the one, he's getting chased by the old people.
That's true.
That's how I visualize Jay right here.
I don't know. I don't know how to take that line. Like, I think, as it's written, I just take it as someone's getting really bad news, and he's just like, well, I'm just going to go play video games.
Yeah, or like he can't walk, he's paralyzed. Fuck, I would sit around and play video games all day.
Yeah. It's interesting that you call it the Sega,
yeah,
not like Genesis or Nintendo.
That would sound weird, though. We'll go and plug the Genesis in.
The TurboGrafx 16 in.
The Neo Geo.
Brendan's the only one who's popping for us controlling these fucking games like that. I think somebody stole my truck. Tell someone who gives a fuck.
Yeah.
That's the truck that had his wallet in the glove box.
Maybe.
That's why he
tying the whole world together, the whole Juggalo universe.
That's why he couldn't take her to KFC.
Right.
And then you get the hook, which is heavy, but it's, I don't know.
They're like singing it, but yeah, the guitars and stuff are going nuts.
Just repeating "My entire world is falling."
Entire world. I like the hook. Gives me a Lotus vibe I'm feeling.
A little bit.
I can see the crows flying in the sky to it.
You didn't just say that. Now we start going all over the place. Now it's like some people get 2 verses, some people get 1.
Yeah.
How much do they charge in there? Wait a minute, I don't care. All monoxide.
Yeah.
Which, again, we're hitting things that are happening and just, I don't care. And is it...
Maybe, like you said, this would be if we ever got around to talking to Mr. Mike Clark, if he had put this together. Yeah. Were those like 2 separate things that Monoxide had? Like you said, they just throw a bunch of lines together and someone's pieceworking it together and like, oh, whatever, it sounds cool even though it's the same voice. Like, it doesn't matter. None of them have to be in order. Or was that one full line? Because it does feel like it's still chopped up. Like from...
Yeah, it's strange how they would do 2 for him, and then I know that the other ones now fit different people talking back and forth, but it's still...
I'm just visualizing they had like a folder full of like 100 things, and the guy just like plugged them all together.
And I guess we'll get to it, but like, why... It's still things that are just like... that are happening to them. I guess these are things that are happening to them.
Yeah. There's no rhyme or reason. It's not like the first one, killing people or, you're getting news and changing. Now you're like, there's no theme throughout it. It jumps all over the place.
Yeah, most of these are things that are happening to the person.
Yeah.
I'm short $50. I could use some help. I guess the people dying is different, but you'll never walk again. Someone stole your truck. This is all things happening to you, the person. How much do they charge in there, like we said? I'm going to shoot you in the face. Shaggy just fucking goes right back at him. I'll tell you how the bullets taste. Which, again, doesn't fit the I don't care.
Yeah.
But whatever. Critics say you imitate.
This is classic Jay of the 2000s.
I don't give a fuckulate.
Fuckulate. I feel like he still uses that word.
Probably does. So I wonder if that's a not a dig, but twisted saying that people are still insinuating that they're just copying ICP, that they're clones, they're Frankensteins.
Yeah. Or even just ICP at the time getting called out like, you're just Kiss or something.
Yeah. 50 million people dying.
I'm crying.
Now we're getting into like, well, no, you don't care about that? That's shitty. Tell me all the things you saw as if I give a fuck at all. You see me sitting in the chair? Look, I ain't even there. What?
Is he a ghost?
Yeah, well, doesn't Shaggy get into that? As I flip my pages, sorry. Everything you're saying to me...
Go right through me. I think that's more just these, like, it's in one ear, out the other. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. If I was to pick it up, I'd have to give a fuck.
Pick what up?
Don't. I think he's just saying that if I had to pick anything up, like the act of picking something up means that you care about...
It doesn't even matter what's on the floor. He's walking right over it.
Yeah, he could care less about it.
This is like the scrub life anthem of the... they always talk about that. Living scrub life.
Just not caring?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's kind of where I was going with... And I'm not putting my words properly. All of that stuff is happening to you. Mm-hmm. It's like... I don't know if it's positivity or it's just you're letting things get past you. Like, that's not bothering me. But that's not really, because then that last couple where it was like 50 million people dying, that's not something that you're just like letting get by you. That's like, now I'm like,
I could see they're trying to do the Juggalo anthem of like, letting shit go. You're living positive vibes always, but not really if you're laughing at 50 million people dying.
Yeah, that one gets, and it gets worse as we go along. So we get the hook again. Nothing changed. this is where we start getting into, like you just said. Now it's like another tangent here. Yeah. I'm not saying you have to care about everything in the world. I'm not saying you have to be super political. You have to like care or know about everything. But you also don't want to just put your head in the sand or actively say that who gives a fuck. Yeah. Like,
but as a teenager, when you're hearing this, is like teenager music. When you're hearing this, you're like, yeah, I'm just living my life and I don't give a shit about any of these things.
That I can understand.
I can see that being a song clicking.
These guys are 30 years old, though. They're talking about that.
But we're listening to it.
Bro, yeah, fuck the rainforest.
Fuck the Dalai Lama.
Rainforest burning down, war and riots all around.
I'm inside like fuck them all.
What's the main event on Raw?
So back to, we used to do this and we haven't done.
We should have seen what was the main event on Raw.
Yeah.
I guess it was after WrestleMania.
Yeah. So. We haven't done much on this because there hasn't been really any so far, but the Everlasting Juggalo Lines, that's the one from this track.
Probably.
I feel like that was the one that you'd pop for at the time.
I would. Yeah, and also at the time, everyone was like, we talked about this very early on. The narrative that ICP put out was that Twisted doesn't like wrestling.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you mentioned that.
And now that pops up, and it's like,
yeah.
Okay, well, they're on JCW's tour right now.
Right.
And they're like,
they just weren't wrestling on the card, so yeah, people just assume, they're not into wrestling, so not. Yeah.
They actively said that they're not into it, and they're most definitely into wrestling.
Right.
So, but yeah,
they keep the spooky ghoul gimmick alive, you know.
What do I have in my notes here? It's so dark I can't read. Yeah. So now they're just into naming like horrible things. Yeah. Rainforest, wars, and they're like, I don't care.
Yeah.
That's a little different than letting things get by you. Now it's just being like...
I like the next one, though. Poison mad cow disease. Can I get it with double cheese? Like, I'm going to eat the poison beef.
I didn't even look into that. Like, mad cow disease was something like...
Yeah, that was the time where it was like blowing up.
Going back now, it's funny that when COVID came around, everyone was like, this is just mad cow or the fucking bird flu or the swine. Like every year
everything
it was
had
something. Well, that one was a little different. But it's funny that we're talking about that now.
It's because it was created. No, go on.
After he bit the bat, it was all over. STDs steady spreading.
Bareback in his netting.
And I don't care. So Jay's like, yeah, fuck it. I don't care.
Jay likes those type of lines. It's very Jay.
He likes
raw dogging someone.
Jesus. He likes getting STDs.
He said well, actually, he doesn't like it because he kills the hooker, gives him the STD and assassin. So,
wow, that's a pull.
That's what I'm here for. A fountain of Juggalo knowledge.
That's scary. Then we get the hook, which is a little more than the hook because you get the hook, but then you get Jay and Jamie Madrox doing like the over top of each other.
Yeah.
Weird because like Jay starts it and then I think Jamie's like alternating and then it like starts speeding up like it's. I'm picturing like
echoing
a
off
timeline of shit like flying through.
And this is the real Lotus-ness of the track.
Yes. And so this is where I think it starts I don't want to say getting weird, but now it's taking, if it already took a turn, now it's taking a totally fucking different turn. So I wrote this down. I don't think we have to like say it, but I will say it.
Yeah, go on.
I feel like this is like very dark and like suicidal.
Yeah.
So like, I know episodes like start by saying like, this is what we talk about, but like, it's kind of fucked up the next couple lines. Like you could really take this wrongly, you know? So it to me, the wave of this track has gone.
It gets darker and darker. Yeah, it started off with almost like a joke, like goofy lines, and then
it gets fucking real deep.
Then you're just laughing at people dying and rainforest burning down, and now you're just getting straight up into the pit.
So I made a note. I want to let everyone know that obviously, I always say obviously. There's some key words that I say that every fucking time. I don't mean obviously.
I understand.
That I say in my real life. If you are having trouble at home in your personal life, 988 is the number that you call for suicide.
Yeah.
I don't want to say prevention, but for help.
Yeah, help, so, mental health.
You can also go to Hope for the Day, which is the website. It's hftd.org. So if you or someone you know is having needing help, that is a very good resource. So we want to just put that out there, obviously. Because, the next couple lines are super fucked up. Jay saying, every day when I wake up, all I really want to do is die.
Yeah.
And go to the next phase where flesh is consumed. Like,
it turns into like just straight up Hellraiser. That's why I visualize all this stuff.
And then Shaggy's weird, like, the beat kind of drops on this, right?
Yeah. And there's a bunch of stuff that you can't even like really you can pull out.
The part like in the J part that you can't even hear it because it's all sped up.
Yeah.
And I probably should have slowed that down, but I didn't think about it. Shaggy saying everyone's going to die, that he's not afraid to die.
Yeah.
And just, come on, shoot me in the eye. Do it. See if I survive.
Yeah.
Like, he's like daring someone to fucking come kill him. Well, Jay shoots him.
Jay shoots him.
I was going to say Monoxide shoots him.
Yeah. No, actually. No, yeah, you're right. It is.
Because Monoxide
asked, did you get him?
And he doesn't give a fuck less. And then, I mean, I take the next couple as not caring about your life, too.
Yeah.
Careful, it's a dark night. And then Jimmy Madrox saying, give your money or your life. Like you're getting stuck
robbed,
up. Yeah. And Jay says, take them both for all I care. Dump your bullets right here.
Yeah.
If that was just the only 4 lines, I would think he's saying, like, I'm invincible. Mm-hmm. But when you pair it with the shit that's at the top of it.
Yeah, Jay's like, he's ready to get killed there.
Yeah. So that's, I don't know. Eviction notice on the door. Addicted, crawling on the floor. Yeah. Ask me, did I ever care? Nah.
And the beat drops out too, right?
Yeah. And I should have timed it out. I don't know how long, but I think
goes out, yeah.
It goes out for a little bit.
We also did not point out with the hooks, get the old spooky baba choo ba.
Okay, no,
yeah, I like that part.
Which again, on the video, if that would have been the parts where there was like more action, but there's not. It's just still fucking, Serious Darius interviewing Abdullah the Butcher.
Serious Darius. I'm here, JCW fans.
You got some Brian Gorey in that video too.
A lot of Detroit legends.
Yes. So that is.
I don't care.
I don't care. Gets a little dark.
Yeah. Again, for it's an early Lotus track, and they're trying to get that theme of something. I can see where they're trying to go with it, but I like that they left that realm a bit more towards just
spookiness.
Yeah, pyramids and.
Yeah, it was a little too like heavy for.
Yeah. Maybe this was the Godsmack song they wanted to make.
Could be. Could you imagine?
Maybe that's what it was going to be.
They're like, we're not doing that. Do we talk about how we feel about the song now, or do we wait till the very end?
Yeah, because then gotta enjoy the comic book after that.
Oh yeah, okay. So how do you feel about this track so far?
I don't hate it.
On the tome.
I enjoy it, listening to it, but I don't think I go out of my way to find it. I'm not gonna like toss it on a playlist. Like this is the Juggalo track I have to hear. But again, I don't know. It doesn't really fit. Don't hate it. Don't love it. It's all right.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this is a cop-out when we do it this way, or when I do it this way, but it's fine in the background as like this is like a good, pick me up, or it's like a...
If I'm listening to Cryptic Collection too, I'm not skipping it. Like, wherever I find it, I'm not skipping it, but I'm not actively searching it and I want to hear it right now. It's like
I don't want to say it's a workout song, but it's like a good upbeat, whatever, but... Yeah, when you actually deep dive into the lyrics, like this song is kind of fucking terrible. To me, it's not.
I mean, there's not a lot there for the lyrics. It's, like I said, trying something different by piecing it all together, because it's not like there's a flow anywhere. It's just kind of shit all tossed together at the wall.
It's passable and it's fine for what it is, but I don't think it's like a standout track by any means.
You could see why it wasn't included if that was what it was for originally. In July of 2000.
Probably below The Amazing Maze.
Yeah, so far. Not a big drop-off, but Amazing Maze I think is a great track. This one's, it's okay, it's there.
It's there. But what else is there?
Yeah.
It's the comic book.
Oh, okay. Let's pull this boy out. Go give me that, Jimmy.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We have something else.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Ooh, I shouldn't have thrown my notebook all the way over. Did I write this down?
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care.
Baba Chuba Chuba.
Did I write this down? Baba.
I wonder what Baba Chuba is. It sounds like it.
Baba Chuba.
Sounds cool.
I don't think I wrote it down because I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
I don't think this has ever been played live.
Oh, yeah, no.
The problem was I searched it under ICP and not Dark Lotus.
Yeah.
Maybe while you're fiddle fucking with a comic, I'll try to do that. But I did not see it.
It'd be a real hard one to do live on top of that.
Yeah, it could be like in a weird, like a rarities one or on a Lotus set. But yeah, because
we had the set list from the 2001 gathering where they first played, and it wasn't in that like any of the.
You think it would have been at one of those one or two shows that we hear every song is at? Blaze just randomly played it at that
Blaze played it.
Christmas party. Like, oh goddamn, we played everything on that show. But yeah, from my recollection, if you will,
yeah,
that was never played. So
no, I don't believe so.
Just putting that out there.
Yeah, good call. Good journalism to find that out.
I'm trying to remember to do that all the time.
For all the other ones, yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So now we are in what they say, the comic book?
Yes. Book 2. What the fuck was this one called?
So, okay. I'm glad you said that. First off, before we get there, what's the name of the song? I Don't Care?
Yeah.
I am looking, and I do not see it in the Dark Lotus either. But that's terrible. Like, I hate... Again, we say this every week. Fuck, why weren't people keeping track of this shit? You telling me that Alibaba was only played 4 times ever? No. They had toured, like...
Yeah.
The whole Black Rain tour. They would have played that every night. Like,
and Hatchet Rising, too, right? That was in the entire
you would think
Hatchet Rising tour.
Unless it's not counted under Dark Lotus, which is fucking stupid. $85 an hour, Twisted cover. 3-ring ICP cover. First day out, Twisted cover. Whoops. All right. Anyways. Okay, so this is my problem with the comic.
Yeah.
First thing.
Yeah.
Where's the fucking name?
I thought it was called Wicked Slumlords.
That's what I thought.
Why does that say that there?
Because that's the credits.
Oh, they're calling them the Wicked Slumlords?
Okay, in the first one...
Yeah.
We called it the Dark Carnival Rises.
Approaches, yeah, it's still there.
But that's in every single one. So there's one. Grab number 3. Give me number 2. Grab number 3. There's one where
it says it at the end where the next one is, yeah.
But not in this one. Or I thought it was. Oh no, here it is. It's written in that right there in his fucking face.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's in the next one. Like that's so. I don't know. It needs to be better.
Yeah, this one just says to be continued. Next.
But I thought I saw one that did do it that way, or there was a better banner.
Yeah.
On like the first page or
more
2.
Noticeable.
But yeah. When I was looking at this, I'm like, what the fuck?
No, that makes sense. It's there, but yeah. It was hard to find. I thought it was called Wicked Slumlords.
I was having the same problem. This is why I wanted to save that.
Is that the one you were saying? Yeah, you couldn't.
Before we started recording that I needed to save? Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
That was my...
I didn't see that little head in the corner there.
Okay, before we get into it, the cover has ICP with axes over their shoulders and the ringmaster kind of with a Google eye standing over their shoulder. Maybe?
Jay holding all 6 Joker cards in his hand there as well. And Shaggy with multicolored hair, which makes no sense.
Yeah. We need to keep track of this, too. Mm-hmm. They're both wearing Chaos Comic jerseys.
Yeah.
Both number 69?
Both 69, yeah.
Not throughout the comic. I don't
Their number changes? I remember seeing 69 in there.
I think it might change. You also have a Tower Records cover.
Yeah.
But not a... From here on out...
variant, yeah, just...
Yeah, just for 1 through 5, it's just those two.
Okay.
So, all right. So, where did we leave off in the? Remind us.
Yeah.
Where did the first?
Whoa, we left.
While I check my texts
when
and
we
not
last
pay attention to you.
Left our dynamic heroes, the Wicked Clowns. They were just finishing murdering the mayor, the crooked mayor.
That's true.
And battling the nether void demons known as Twisted, who we come to find out cannot handle sunlight. They're like vampires. They get chased away by the sun. And ICP in their battle, and ICP, the Wicked Clowns, in their battles, get injured by a hail of bullets. And Shaggy was injured. And they call on the ringmaster, or not the ringmaster, the riddle box to help him. And he says, fuck you guys. You guys used up all your treats.
Yeah, that's fine.
Your wishes are gone.
This happens. This is a continuing process, which is fantastic.
So the riddle box turns down their things, and they find a priest named Jesus who heals them in a church. And they leave to fight the demons known as Twisted. And while that was happening, they find out that the other demons, all the other ghouls, the ones that hang out on the cover of Most Tasteless, decide to go and try to kill Jesus. So as that's happening, they try to race back to save Jesus. And that's where we are as we hit issue 2 of the Pendulum, the Night Walkers.
The Wicked Slumlords.
What a shitty font that is. It's very 2000s, like all bedazzled, beveled out.
I think I want to do something a little different.
Okay.
Here. Not like super different, but as we're going through, there's so much shit in the background that I've been noticing. What is right above the priest's head? CP.
Yeah.
What does that stand for?
Crooked Preacher Killers?
I don't even know why I bother with you. That's just interesting. I wonder if that was called out in the first one that we didn't notice.
Yeah.
Like, was the name of
his church was called CP. No, I don't remember seeing anything, but clearly it's in the stained glass window for some reason.
Also, maybe I'm mistaken.
Oh, maybe it's just ICP. Because they do have ICP a lot in the background. That's Insane Compost.
So there's something else I know, but yeah, I don't see it.
I think it's what it is because that looks like it's an eye above it. I think they're just plug that in for no reason.
That's a stretch, I think. But also weird, and maybe I don't know my architectural whatever. Stained glass with lettering, usually not a thing because then it would be backwards going out.
Yeah.
Which way would you do it?
That's true.
Would you want it on the outside or the inside of the church?
Inside, I would imagine.
You wouldn't want to see it from the outside? Yeah, I don't know.
Unless it's the entrance, maybe, but yeah.
It also appears as though all the colors are see-through except for those letters. Anyways. Gack. Ha ha ha.
Your favorite, all the noises.
Onomatopoeia, as they call it?
Yeah, I didn't know that. Shout out to Jiggles for pointing that out.
All right, so you have the demon here choking out.
Yeah.
What's his fuck?
Jesus.
No
one fucks with the Jesus, man.
And he actually is putting up a fight here.
Yeah, he's battling and he's using his Catholicism to ward off those demons.
Big word. You see it on the side of the pulpit? So that says
it's
manufactured by Jesus, saves lives, incorporated.
That made me laugh when I was going through it.
So he fights, still fighting.
Straight up, yeah. These are all the demons from the cover of Most Tasteless battling him.
And just, we alluded to this, but just pages and pages of this fight.
So
maybe it's only like 2 or 3.
Well, on page 3, though, you notice he's calling for help, and he spots the shotgun barrel sitting on the Mother Mary statue he left in last issue.
I see that.
Yeah. And then we get to a jacked Shaggy Two-Dope wielding an axe on the next page here.
Look at his fucking chest.
Got the Batista neck veins exploding.
Why does it say ICP right there?
Again, like I said, they just plug an ICP.
Yeah, where's that from?
For no reason. He's still injured, and he's like, I don't want to fucking help Jesus. And Jay's like, fucker saved your life. You gotta go save him.
Poor guy. Poor Jesus. As my thing flips, I gotta flip it back. Can't see a fucking sign of them. Those two are out like the top of Holyfield's ear.
Yeah, good call on that reference. Should, I guess, point out that some very outdated terminology
just read that.
Just below here.
And they're talking about Twisted, right?
Oh, who would have thought?
Wow. So, talking about them potentially going off and having sexual relations with each other. Why does Jay look like Michael Myers in that picture?
He does. He's jumping down like Michael Myers.
His face and his hair.
He looks very grumpy in the next panel as well.
Yeah. God, these pictures are so funny. That one's real fun. This one. So bad. So yeah, now it's just kind of going back to ICP, wondering, where'd everyone go? That they realized that they got pulled away from the real fight, but they're still just standing there with their fucking dicks in their hands.
Well, Jay's ready to go save Jesus. Shaggy's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm tired and hurt. My head hurts. I got to get out of here. So they show up to the church.
Are they at the church?
Yeah, they're in front of the church door as Crash Bash Zoit Bazik is going down inside of it. And Shaggy, is that Shaggy that swings the axe?
You tell me. I'm listening to you.
Yeah, Shaggy swings the axe and gets electrocuted.
That's so bad. Oh, yeah, I guess because that's him. That's his face paint.
Oh, no. Jay just gets zapped, and then Shaggy tries to hit it with his axe, and he also gets zapped, and they're like, shit, let's get the hell out of here. Fuck this. We don't need to save this priest.
Poor guy. Poor Jesus.
Yeah.
We're going to need help. I wonder if the Dark Carnival will have our backs. So, big Dark Carnival is here, written on the wall.
Here he comes.
And they summon the Ringmaster.
Yeah.
Who's a tall-ass looking dude.
He is a big boy.
We need your help, brother.
Yeah.
A friend is in trouble.
He turns around. He says, you guys owe me one for this.
Yeah, they just sit there in silence. He's like,
gets berated by the Ringmaster.
That's all he says. And then he just disappears.
Yep. And then Shaggy points out that after murdering the mayor, he stole his credit card. They're about to go get some, what does he say? Go get a slam and some Faygo. What the fuck is a slam? A Grand Slam from Denny's? Is that what they're going to
that'd be a good one. Maybe I would go with the Moons Over Miami, personally.
That sounds good right now.
Oh, it does. I'm hungry.
Yeah, but whatever they're doing, they're going to go run it up on the people's money. They're using the mayor's credit card.
On the fine citizens of Detroit are paying for this.
No, this is his personal card, so this is just coming out of his stolen funds that he took.
You got Mayor McFatass's credit card. Now I'm looking at like the actual card.
It just says bank.
Yeah, I thought it had a name on it, but I can't.
Also, Shaggy with the blonde hair here. I guess he had it dyed. Didn't he have a bleach blonde for a minute there in that era?
Maybe. And yeah, now I'm looking back, and yeah, they're both blonde in all the panels, which is weird. You think they would have changed that to make it easier to see? On
the next page, you got the demon holding Jesus up. Did you have something else down there?
Now you're talking. We need to lay low for a while.
Oh,
let's Ninja.
Good call. Let's Ninja.
Let's Ninja. Okay. Anywho,
I wanted to point out the demon holding up Jesus upside down.
Yep.
There's a little tail sticking out of his butt. It's got a jacked buttocks with his tiny little tail sticking out of it. Real funny looking.
Oh, that is weird.
Maybe that fucker's hidden below the belt hard on DDP. It looks good.
Maybe that's not a tail coming out.
You think it's something going in?
I mean, maybe he's clenching something.
True. Jesus reaching.
Well, look, he's got like all down his back. He's got like spikes. So maybe that's just like the last spike.
Maybe. It looks like a little tail. He wags it when he gets excited. when Twisted shows up in the Nether Void and scratches by his ear, he shakes his little tail. Are they Twisted's pets? Or are they all Kilgore's pets, like Twisted and the demons are?
I can't. Does it wag when he's happy?
Anyways, the Jesus. It looks like he's trying to use the force to grab the shotgun, but
that's why the Schwartz.
Instead, he takes the votive candles and just shoves it right through the guy's face, the demon's face there. Then he gets the shotgun.
How did he He got ambushed by 24
most tasteless demons,
and then he just takes over on all of them.
Well, he is the Jesus, and no one fucks with the Jesus, man.
It's true.
Click clack. Right through his head.
I laughed at that. Let's skip past that. Then the demon calls him a meat bag. Lots more demons.
The one demon looks kind of like the swamp thing in the bottom there.
One looks like Beast.
Yeah, I guess it looks more like Kelsey Grammer Beast.
Yeah, Kelsey Grammer Beast. Like that, yes.
I wish there was numbers. We could tell people where we're at page-wise to flip through. Maybe we'll just, on the video, we'll put it behind us. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, no, let's not do that. You can just read along and figure out. We can barely read along with each other, no less.
True.
Someone else is going to do it.
As we go through here, more just demons fighting.
This is...
Page after page of...
Yeah, this is unnecessarily like, oh, we have 36 pages to fill. We got to fucking keep going. Just blah, blah, skip ahead.
And then boom! Full page. 2-page almost.
Full page of my next tattoo.
Across your back, the whole ringmaster. I'm very disappointed he's not doing folks up, folks down. He just has them both down on this one.
Does he though? I'm sorry, my thing. When it's a full page, mine like flips and I have to...
Yeah, no, he's got them both down on this side.
Yeah, I thought that other like weird shit.
That was up. Yeah, no. That's just his trench coat. Got a nice old goatee.
He's got a lot of fucking teeth.
And after he just decimates all the demons, Jesus is not happy about him. He says, "Back to hell with you," and tries to shoot the ringmaster.
Yeah, come on now.
Well, I mean, he doesn't know what this guy is.
He's helping him out.
He looks like foul Satan, as he calls him.
God, and there's just pages of that, too. Holy shit.
Yeah, ringmaster talks shit to him, chokes him out. And then, boom, ringmaster does a tornado spin as he tears apart all the demons with his claws.
With his claws.
He no kill us all. Revenge must kill. We'll get to it in a little bit here. And Kilgore says your English is shitty to the fucking demons.
Yes, that is funny. I forgot that was in this one.
Yeah. So ringmaster tearing it up. He's like Brock Lesnar when he enters the Rumble. Just clears house. Everyone's gone.
He's like when Austin beat up the whole alliance.
Yeah, that was really how he shows up here.
Hey, wait, who are you? And then it just says Dark Carnival across the side.
I like to ringmaster is always walking with his hands like that. Well,
it's because he's got fucking long ass claws.
I visualize him not even he's just
he's just floating.
You don't see his feet moving. He's just
he's not doing the Vince McMahon power walk.
Yeah, he just slowly floats away.
Well, yeah. Does he have feet?
I don't know. He doesn't look like he walks. Looks like he just floats.
Yeah, now hovers. Yeah, he's just got a cloak and a fucking dress.
Yeah, dress.
Yeah, I don't see any signs of legs or feet.
Yeah.
So
as Jesus says, "Pardon my language, O Lord, but what the fuck was that all about?" As we ourselves are wondering.
Look how bony his hand is.
Yeah.
Anyways. So who is that? Is this Twisted?
Yeah, Twisted.
Twisted, both blonde. Again.
They're just watching the ringmaster hover away as well. This is confusing here. The light hits the ringmaster and he just disappears too. He goes a Shazam as he leaves. No, it just says shh. That's what it says. Shh. I'm the ringmaster.
We have no more time for this priest. Yeah. The sun is soon to rise. That's why Astronomicon's always ends before the nighttime thing ends before the sun
rises.
That's why we can't do a breakfast. We open the movie door, the panel room, and they're like, Fucking Jamie Madrox scampers underneath the table. A fucking raccoon.
Like a raccoon.
Oh, next scene.
We're back to the solution compound. And Kilgore looked like he's in a steam room with a couple of
yeah, that's a good call.
Couple ladies. That or he's in a foam party, but it looks like a steam room.
Foam party.
And this is where he tells the demons, your English is shitty.
So he's also watching local Detroit news.
Yeah.
But he's in like Arizona. It's just funny that he's watching.
Yeah, that's true. Good call.
Mayor Gibbons on TV. But he's also a demon, so I guess he can watch whatever he wants.
He's also a demon.
He tells the girls to leave me.
Yeah.
But we're just getting started, baby. He says, get out. Look how fucking jacked he is in that second one. Like over to the...
Yeah. Everyone here outside of... even the Jesus is jacked, even if he's bony.
Yeah. Yeah, it is funny. But they... Master, the demons be died. Mon next side. No. Doesn't even know their fucking names. Talk in your language, pet.
Pet. He calls this one Jamie. Does he think this is Mantrox?
No, because he's correcting.
The
demon.
The demon's Monox. Yeah, good call.
And then they straight up call him Monoxide Child and Jamie Madrox in the next one.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, they tried, but fucking they were weak because of the light. He's just fucking ratting him out.
He says a spirit I've never seen. He resembled a ringmaster from a circus came. Fucked us all up.
Good call. That's exactly what it was.
Kilgore, though, he respects their fight. He says, you've done well.
Fucking good call. Look, he's at the door and it says sauna.
Oh, there you go.
Bam. Perfect. Look at all the... Oh, Jesus. Not Jesus the fucking person. Look at... I hope this is coming across. Okay, these two?
Yeah.
Look at their fucking little tails.
I told you they all got little tails.
But it's just their little stegosaurus shit.
No way, that's a tail.
Yeah, but look at all the other ones.
Yeah, but they have a spine and a tail.
That's coming right out of his fucking butthole.
Yeah.
100%.
Out of his butthole. Kilgore also has a little servant here who puts his robe on him.
That's nice of him.
Yeah.
As always, a reward is in order for your service.
He sends the two prostitutes to as well. I guess we can't say they're prostitutes. We don't know that.
Yeah, no,
it's two young ladies are sent to the demons for.
Do you think that's what their reward is?
Yeah, because the next page he looks at them down from his, not this page, but a couple pages later. Spoiler alert.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was trying to figure out what the next thing is.
Next, he gets a phone call from the police chief, and this is where he tells him about the stress squads. We have a new more group. Convoluted nonsense showing up here.
Yeah, so obviously, like we talked about, the mayor's killed.
Yeah.
But now there's the chief of, I assume the chief of police here.
Right.
Just Chief Brennan. Mm-hmm. Who was talking to Kilgore. Who got all nice and dressed. He's looking dapper in his
robe.
His furnace looks like the fucking ringmaster.
It's the face in the very beginning where we find out that it's called the Nightwalker.
Oh, kinda.
Yeah.
It's not a face at all. I just think that the grate looks like teeth.
It definitely does. It's like Home Alone when he goes in the basement and gets scared by the...
That's funny. Yeah, it looks like... Yeah, there's something else that I'm picturing too.
It's like the front of one of the Twisted Metal vehicles.
So now the chief of police is telling him that, he's trying to find the fucking clowns, but it's hard.
Clowns, huh? Holy shit.
And we now learn that he has a little group called what are they called?
The Stress Squad.
Stress Squad.
Yeah.
And they are on loan to the Detroit police to uphold their own brand of justice. Right. They're like a pack of wolves or something. Do they get the job done? Well, yes. But then that's all you should be concerned.
I like when he goes, if you want to continue tapping into my drug services, you let the Stress Squad do their job. I'm like, such like a generic, crooked cop thing to throw in there. And there below, you see Kilgore watching the demons enjoy the company of the two ladies.
That's a good call. Looks like they're in like a old 7-Eleven.
Maybe that's his. It looks like. Maybe it's his greenhouse.
I was thinking that too. It does look like a greenhouse.
And now we go back to Detroit. And we find the Wicked Clowns themselves.
Look at that pizza. It's a 24 Jeff Gordon
pizza.
Fastest delivery.
That's real funny.
That's great.
Good call. I didn't sketch it at all.
Pizza's upside down. Grape Fago.
All over the floor. It's a fucking mess.
Now, this is something that you would know better than me. And I wanted to look into this. God, their faces are so fucking bad. So they're watching Stranglemania on the hotel TV. Mm-hmm. Are these actual Stranglemania quotes?
Oh, yeah.
Or are they just kind of?
No, they're 100% word for word.
Okay.
Yeah, the Stranglemania. I don't know if they're all in chronological order. Like all these came.
Probably. No,
it just seems like bits and pieces like pulled it and tossed in there.
Yeah, I'm not expecting that. I know that they're close. I was just wondering if they were actual.
Yeah, no, they're all the real lines. And then did you notice in the very bottom as they're passed out, Jay on the giant sofa, Shaggy on the tiny bed, it says Howard Stern for president on the wall.
I did see that before, yeah.
Nice little Easter egg in there.
I like how Jay is sleeping in that chair.
That chair's so big and that bed's so small. Like if Shaggy moved back, to put his head on the actual pillow, his feet would still be dangling off the edge of the bed there.
It was a long time ago, but we went to South Africa for vacation, and I think it was 2012. And there was a bed. I shit you not, it only went from my head to my knees, and my legs were like literally like that.
That's great.
I had to sleep on a sofa that was like super small. It also did not fit a human being. I was so miserable. But yes, seeing him sleep like that is how I was sleeping.
Yeah.
And then the next giant page, last page.
Get a glimpse of the Stress Squad themselves about to blow off door 13. Why would it be 17?
I was just going to say the same thing. I don't know why I thought there was only 2 people in the Stress Squad, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Stress Squad? But yeah, there's a whole shitload of people.
Yeah, there's a whole crew looking like G.I. Joe type guys.
They are. Looks like the Shield. You never saw the Shield, did you?
No, I was thinking
not the wrestling Shield, God damn it.
The show, the Shield? No. Yeah.
So, Jay and Shaggy asleep in their hotel, passed out, wearing their, we'll talk about that next week, wearing their jerseys.
Oh, yeah, good call.
Yeah, man, that pizza looks good as fuck.
Yeah.
So hungry. And the Stress Squad about to
blow the doors off.
Yes. To be continued.
Yes. So a lot of action in that issue. A lot of battling demons.
Is there, though? There's a lot of fighting, but I don't know if there's a lot of action.
The story doesn't really progress too much.
No, it really doesn't.
Yeah. It's basically like one thing happens across the entire book.
Yeah, Jesus fights off the demons. Yeah. ICP doesn't do dick.
No.
they call the ringmaster to help him.
Yeah.
And then they pass out.
Yeah, and then we learn about who the Stress Squad is. That's it.
Yeah.
And then the demons can't talk. Well, and they got little tails. That's what we've learned.
Well, Howard Stern is running for president. Yeah, I don't know. Not the best, but pretty much what I expected.
Yeah. Well, we have 12 issues, It's slow. Gotta tell the story.
Is this what comic books are all about?
Not all of them.
You're like, wait a minute. All right. Well,
a lot of ups and downs in the comics and in the Wicked Clowns.
And of the Ringmaster. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know much else we can talk about that. That's pretty much all it was.
The
I'm
newsletter,
sorry.
do you want to?
Yeah, go through the newsletter.
We'll do it real quick here. So they announced in the newsletter that Psychopathic Records will be opening a Psychopathic Records superstore at the warehouse.
God damn, come on.
The store will be Psychopathic in the headquarters and will feature all the merchandise, CDs, cassettes, 8-tracks, it says.
8-tracks?
Yeah. T-shirts, G-strings, hockey jerseys, figures.
They talked about shit like that forever.
Yeah. And then it will also house the JCW Arena, which they did kind of do, right?
No.
They run? No, they did the shows there before when it was just like friends and family.
Yeah, and that was way before that.
Not like actual
The closest I did was when they had all those shows at the Modern Exchange in Southgate. You never went to any of those, did you? Me and Rack always went to those. But no, they talked about that for a million years, and they're still trying to do the clown compound. Fuck you guys.
Then there's JCW news about Stranglemania Live going down. All major U.S. cities they're going to be hitting, it says.
Or 8 of them.
The main event will feature JCW Tag Champions ICP and World Champion Evil Dead versus Big Flame and Neil and Bob. That happens, right?
That happens a lot, yeah.
Chuck Hogan will fight Too Tough Tony in a series of barbed wire ladder matches. Leather Balls will take on Rude Boy. ICP bodyguard Billy Bill will take on Sharon Osbourne's attorney Dick Nipple.
I noticed that before. It wasn't Dick Nipple oh no, it's Jeff Nipple.
Oh yeah, Jimbo Chisholm's
boyfriend.
Yeah, and they got Pondo, Fat Fuck Barrel Boy, the 400-pound Uganda, Tarek the Doink, and then he'll bet a Truth Martini in a loser must say I'm a punk ass bitch match.
It's good.
Poor Truth Martini. So they have some dates there for that. They point out one's a JCW home videotaping at the Milwaukee Eagles ballroom.
Yeah, which they didn't. Was that JCW 2? What was 2?
Wasn't 2 Ohio?
No, 3 was Ohio.
Oh, so maybe that was 2. I haven't watched those in forever.
3 was the one where me and Steve left early.
And then also on sale during the Stranglemania Tour will be JCW Volume 1.
Well.
Yeah. Then they discussed Shaggy Tudo's brush with death. He had a bad case of the flu. This is when he collapsed. I think we mentioned that early on.
Yeah.
Or in last episode. Fell during the middle of Halls of Illusion. Collapsed, fell off stage, striking his head in the guardrail. Paramedics came, revived him back to life. And then he was taken to Chicago Northern Hospital, recovered from his concussions, and returned to Detroit and was back on tour a few days later, he says.
We did talk about that in the last episode.
And then this one's kind of strange. They tell a story about St. Louis. A radio show host was promoting Snowcore, some sort of festival that was going on, and he was telling all the Juggalos to go to that instead of the ICP show happening tonight because they suck. And it's
because they suck,
basically. And then instead, a bunch of Juggalos came to the studio and beat the shit out of them.
I kind of remember that story, and that's why they were banned from St. Louis.
Yeah, and they said that some of them looked like the Insane Clown Posse, but that's purely speculation. It says. So yes, please come down to the venue, interrogate ICP, blah blah blah. It says the gateway to the west, but will be known as the gateway to the Dark Carnival, biatch. Days later, an unknown number of intruders made their way into the radio broadcast facilities and basically destroyed it, tagged it, all those things. And then one more bit of news: the ICP are going to file a $10 million lawsuit against Northwood, Ohio, for discrimination. There was a Juggalo who was wearing a shirt, and the police said that their shirts are banned. It was a ICP Christmas shirt, so you wonder if it was the
Merry fucking Christmas, bitch.
Yeah. So
it had to be.
Yeah. So now the Juggalos and the ACLU are filing a lawsuit, and they're going to give the $10 million to everyone in the fan club. Just going to give it all back to the Juggalos.
I'm sure that would fucking
we'll
happen.
See. Next month if that's what happens.
Talk about the biggest fucking lie they've ever told. Could you imagine if they actually did that?
Well, they didn't win the lawsuit, so we'll never know.
Wasn't yesterday the
anniversary of the March?
Yeah.
I think so. I've seen people sharing that. So that's in the news.
All right. Do we have anything else to talk about, or can we
No, I think
put this to bed?
Yeah. We can't put ourselves to bed yet, but
not yet. Almost. We're getting there.
Yeah.
You, the listener, can follow us on all social medias: Facebook, X,
X,
Instagram, TikTok, and Threads